music. I have a passion for music. It's all I want to do. I'm happy here. And yeah, I just want to give the world my sound. And I just feel like I'm just getting started with that. I don't think I've really showcased my full potential yet. So this year I'm very excited to step into my bag and give it
Hey.
to them.
Hey, give it to them. That's like one of my favorite sayings. I love it. I love it. So what was it like growing up in Birmingham?
Birmingham was challenging, very tough. However, I wouldn't change it for the world because that's who's made me me. Like Birmingham has made me, and you know, I had a lot of good memories there. And now it's just now I feel privileged to be able to come from a city that's not London and be able to put on for the city. And that's just amazing for me. And going back home sometimes, like receiving the love, and it's a nice feeling. Oh, one stand up, you know the vibes.
Oh, so she's still rapping, you know, big things, big things.
Wait,
What's it like when you go back home now? Is like, are you like being recognized by so many new people? Is it like quite different?
yeah, I feel like obviously I've been building slowly, and I just think now like more and more people can see that I'm here to stay, and you know I'm not really here to play. Obviously, because of my position before I got into music, being like a model manager and stuff like that, it's like it's kind of the thing where I don't think people was trying to accept me as a musician. It took a minute, but I feel like now, like I'm 2 years in now, and I just feel like people can finally see that I'm here to stay, and you know
You're serious. You're serious, right? Why do you think people were so reluctant to accept you as an artist?
I just think the UK kind of how can I say this? They like to put people in their place, in their categories, and they don't like when people outstep their place in their categories. And I think when I started to do music, that was the main issue. It was like, hold on, she's a model manager. Where's she going? Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like, but now it's just like, you know what? She's doing her thing. She works hard. I work hard. To understand. A lot of the things don't even make it to social media, but I've put in a lot of hours, a lot of blood, sweat, and tears have gone into this. And, you know, I just want to show people my craft. And, yeah, just separate to the bullshit, keep it money, you know what I'm saying? Forget the drama. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
No bad vibes around here.
Yeah, stick to the plan, good vibes only. Do you get it? That's what
Amen.
right now.
I love that. I love that. And you said something very interesting there. I feel like it is very much a stay in your lane type culture. And if you try and jump out your lane, it's like everyone gets their back up. But you need to chase those dreams, and you need to chase that talent that you have. With that, when did you discover that, you know, you could lay down a track, you could lay down something on the mic?
To be honest with you, I've always been able to sing, right? So from a little girl, I've been singing. I've always wanted to be on the stage. I've always wanted to perform. However, growing up my teenage years, I kind of just wanted to put it to the back. Like I just felt like, nah, I don't want to be the one in the front. Do you get it? Like I was never that kind, like me. Do you understand? That's why I got into the like managing the models, because I was always pushing the girls to the front of the camera. I never really wanted to be in front of the camera. So it took me a while to accept, like, look, like I need to follow my dreams, and I need to actually do what I'm talented and blessed with. And it was just from there I just thought, you know what, I need to give it to them. And in the UK, the quickest way to step into the game is to rap and to come hard. And to be honest, like I wouldn't say to myself like I'm a rapper, like raw rap. I'm an artist, but I just know I've got a good tone. Like I can write things that people can relate to because I've been through it, and people know I've been through it. Like it's not a gimmick. Do you know what I mean? So I feel like it was easier for people to accept that, and they can see that. And I think that helped me. And it's like eventually, like I want people to look at me as an all-rounder, like not just the rapper, or you know, I don't want it to be the female rapper. Like no, I want it to be Miss La Familia from the UK. She's an artist and she's serious about her craft. Do you understand? Like that's what I'm really focusing on for 2022.
I love that. What a vision to have. And I feel like you're already an all-rounder from the fact that you had your own modeling agency. Like that is a big deal. We're all about female entrepreneurs up in this baby. So
Mhm.
with that, how did you even like where did the idea come from? How did you start the agency?
So I used to spend a lot of time in Miami,
Ew.
spend a lot of time in the States. And obviously, being in the States is a whole different vibe from the UK.
Mm.
Like, people embrace women over there. People push women to be whoever they want to be. Do you understand? But in the UK, it's very much, oh, she's doing this, she's doing this. This is bad vibes. So when I was over there, I was seeing the love for the women. And I just thought, you know what? In the UK at that time, there was no proper agency that was for women to be seen, to feel safe, and you'd always hear little stories and whatever. So I just thought, you know what, let me just see, because again, this is where the mother of the mob stems from, because I've always been the mother of the mob.
Hey.
I've had a lot of females, come to me and, like want to better their lives and themselves. And naturally, I wasn't just that model manager, but I became like the mom. And that kind of stuck with me. And all I wanted to do was help women grow and become the better version of themselves. And I feel like after years of doing that, I just thought, you know what? I think it's time to look after me and now like do things that I want to do and put myself first.
I love.
But yeah, I'm gonna focus on doing music because that's where my passion is, and that's what I need to do right now.
And how long were you running the agency for?
3, nearly 4 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
What would you say was some of the hardest things you had to overcome running your own business?
I think it was just like the taboo-ness, like, of what I was actually doing. Like, a lot of people just had like negative things to say. Oh, what's she doing? It's just so different. When you try and be different, people have an issue, especially in the UK. So obviously I just had to overcome the opinions, because I'm very good at blocking people out. Like, that's my thing. I've been doing this for years. It's nothing new. So I just thought, I've got a plan. I'm going to stick to the plan and I'm going to execute the plan. And the first year was hard to get people to come around to the idea. But then when I done like a few, it just takes with the UK, a few power moves, and they're like, oh yeah, I was always supporting you. Girl, bye. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, who's doing anything?
So ciao back.
Yeah. So you have to you just have to keep going, like, regardless of the surrounding noise around you. You have to keep pushing. And that was something that was, it was like, that was getting me ready for music. That was getting me ready for the transition. So yeah.
Which is a great point, because that actually leads me to my next question. How did you manage to, or how did you start the transition from mother of the mob to La Familia the artist?
Um, so one day I was just saying to my friend, like, I was just looking at like the female rappers in the UK, and I was looking at the scene in the game, and I was just like, you know what? There's something missing. I don't know what it is. And I was just like, let me try. Let me just try. And if I try, I can't say I never try. Cool. So I've called some video guy I knew at the time. Big up, read the title. But obviously I wasn't doing music. So for me, it was just, I only used him to film the girls. So I rang him one day and I was like, yo, I want to shoot a video. And he's like, what are you on about? I said, yeah, I want to shoot a video. I'm going to go to this car place. We're going to make it happen. I'm going to bring all the girls. Yeah. We're going to make a movie. So that was Addictive Remix. Now, this is the first thing I put on Grime Daily, and had 1 million views in a month.
Why?
Yeah, which is
Say
now,
it again for them. Hey.
which is now on nearly 4 million. And that was the
Hey.
first ever thing I released. So for me, that was like, oh wow, they really like this. Like, and it was a shock to me because I wasn't ready. I thought I was gonna get a couple hundred views, or like people but people were like, yo, where's this girl come from? Like, who is? And that was just inspirational to me. Like, you know what, I really can do this. So I just put myself first, and ever since then I haven't looked back. I've just been go, 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 go.
I mean, if that wasn't a sign, then I don't know what was. I really don't. What was the response like when you dropped that freestyle? Of course it did numbers, but like, were people reaching out? Did you get like a whole new fan base? Like, how did it go?
Yeah, so when I first started music, like, it was overwhelming. And I just had loads of people reaching out, showing love, like, and I'm a humble person. You see me, I've been through a lot. It's never going to change me. Do you know what I mean? Like, I've always been very grounded. And even when I was going through that transition stage, I was very grounded. So I still don't feel like I've even celebrated yet. Like, I don't think I've celebrated. I'm still building in my head. Like, I'm still like climbing to the top. So right now, I just see it as a transition. We're in a better place now in 2022. I hope to just give the world the music, a lot of stuff I'm very excited about coming very soon. So I'm excited to just keep pushing.
You gotta be careful when you drop those lines to me, you know, because I'm queen at fishing. I'm gonna start preying into that, you know. I like all the information, darling.
Yes.
You said something really important earlier about you trying to build an empire for you and your son. Now, that to me is beautiful. I feel like mothers need all the support, all the love, always. But how do you find it juggling, or how do you manage, I should say, to juggle it all and then be a mum as well? Because that's just like crazy.
It is challenging. I wouldn't say it's hard because I love every minute of it. Like, I love my son. He embraces me. I embrace him. Like, he's talented. He's musical as well. I push him anything he wants to be. And I just feel like I'm blessed. And I never think it's too much because I believe that God never gives you nothing you can't handle. So I believe I'm on this journey for a reason. And even when the pressure's on and times get hard, like, my son is my refuge, and that's where I put my most energy into. And sometimes I just have to come away from the internet, social media, and the music life and just be a mom. And that's when I'm at my happiest point, when I'm just unapologetically me. And yeah, we're back to business, then we get back to it. And it's just having the perfect balance. That's all it is.
I love that. And do you have any advice or pointers for anyone in the life who is a mother who struggles to handle both?
Yeah. Okay. So the first thing is you have to have time for yourself. So no matter how stressful, because look, let's be honest. Like, I've always been a single mother. I've had no help. Like, my son's 7, and like, at first it was very overwhelming. But you know what? The more you fight against it, yeah, the worse it is. Like, you have to understand that being a mother is not just a job, but it's a big blessing. It's a big role that you're taking on, because you're now growing a small person into something, and that's a major role. Do you understand? And a lot of people get overwhelmed. They're just in the house with their kids and they're like, I can't do this. But you know what? That is your role. And you know what? To be blessed to be able to do this as well as my career and show my son how hard I'm working, like, that's everything for me. Like, I'm happy with that. And I just feel like any tips I would say is just have time to yourself, go to the gym, like, just try and do things for you. Self-care. Like, I believe just because you have kids doesn't mean you need to be popped down.
Not popped down.
You know what I mean? And look after you and just be the best person that you can be.
Amazing. That is such good advice. Everyone better be taking notes in the comments, baby. So I need to ask, because obviously your latest single, correct me if I'm wrong, is Monster with Popcaan. Obviously, big it up. It's on 500,000 views already and that. How did that come about? So obviously Popcaan is huge. What was that feeling like for you to actually have a song with him?
But that's amazing because, like, remember, he's been doing music a very long time, and I've listened to him. He's been one of my favorites. So it was exciting times. I'm not gonna lie to you. When I got the verse in and I heard it, I said, I had to reload it 10 times.
Hey, reload it!
Literally, like, levels. Like, one thing about me, yeah, like, if I appreciate you musically and we get to, like, go in the booth or do something together, like, it's inspiring for me. And I hope that it inspires others. Like, you can literally be anything you want to be, and you can do whatever you want to do, regardless of what they say you're gonna be, or regardless whatever category they put you in. You literally can overcome that and just do whatever the hell you want to do.
I love it. This is just energy. So how did it come about? How did the collab come about?
So I was looking for the perfect feature for Monster, and yeah, like, I thought Popcaan, let's hear how it goes. But you know, Monster's very UK sounding, so, you know, having a Jamaican verse on there, I just thought that it was gonna just take it somewhere else. Like, Do you know what I mean? And I just feel like I'm a big believer of good music and, you know, good vibes, regardless of the country, or like, I believe that we have to sometimes travel out of our comfort zones to make the best music. But yeah, it was definitely one of the dopest things I achieved last year.
Amazing. I need to ask you about your style as well before we wrap it up, because I don't ever see you looking pop down ever. And I feel like your style is very unique to you as a person. So what inspires, like, where do you get inspiration from in terms of how you look?
I mean, I try and be unapologetically me.